Halala, halala. It sounds like there will be a small traditional ceremony for Usamke, and it's made many social media users angry to see Umaxele attending Samke's traditional ceremony. One user from Twitter said, "Didn't Umaxele say that after 20 years of marriage, she wouldn't attend any other wives' ceremonies? Yet here she is at the fifth wife's ceremony. Interesting, especially since she used that same reason not to attend Umcimbi Kamakhumalo." Well, guys, first of all, this wasn't a traditional wedding. I don't know what it is or what it was, but I assume it was a gifting ceremony for a child, Makwela's child, because remember that Musa did say that he will pause Lobola. Right, he will pause going through with Lobola, and you see them carrying gifts. So it does look like these are gifts for the baby. It's not a traditional wedding. Secondly, Maxele said that she wouldn't attend any weddings pertaining the other wives, right? Because she and her husband made an agreement, or came to an agreement, or a promise was made to her that after 20 years Musa will be done marrying wives, right? So I think this is a bit different. I don't know, we will see tonight. Of course, if this was a traditional wedding and Maxele attended, it will definitely make her a snake. It will definitely make her a snake, but I would love to believe that this was not a traditional wedding. This was more like a gifting ceremony for Makwela's baby. Yeah, I would love to think it was definitely not a traditional wedding. Now, it seems like Umusa will also go and talk about the fact that he will go and make a gifting ceremony for Umakwela. And it seems like he will also ask Umayeni to attend the gifting ceremony for the baby. It seems like Umayeni will be like, no, I ain't going there. I'm not going to attend anything. And this I'm saying because Umayeni will go as far as saying that every time when Musa is about to take a wife, he becomes disrespectful. So judging from Mayeni's experience, it seems like it has happened before in the past, where Musa will be disrespectful simply because he is taking a new wife. So when it comes to that, obviously we all know that how Mayeni, Makhumalo and Mangwabe feels about number 5. The end. Umakhumalo honestly has been very much vocal about the fact that she will not entertain anything pertaining wife number 5. And one more reason that makes me believe that really this was not a lobola, or it was not a traditional wedding, it's because Umusa really did make a promise to Umakhumalo to say, listen, or to the other 3 wives, that listen, he is planning to pause lobola. Make sure that everybody else is in good terms with him before he proceed with lobola. And I don't know, guys, but I would love to believe that at least this time around, we all know that Musa has broke so many promises towards his wife, but I would love to believe that at least this time around he will keep that promise. He will keep the promise of not going behind his wife's back and go and pay lobola, like what he did the first time around, paying lobola behind people's back. Okay. And last week, I heard him and Mangwabe talking about the fact that he has not done umembeso for Mangwabe, and in a way, it's made Mangwabe angry, and then, since it's made Umangwabe angry, I don't really think he will proceed marrying Umakwela while he has not done what he's supposed to do for the other wives, okay? Yeah, so you all on social media have been calling Umacele names, and I feel like you all just should apologize to Umacele at this point. I feel like you all should apologize to Umacele at this point. I do want to say no, it was not a traditional wedding. They went there bearing gifts for baby Mets, okay? Now, guys, we've been watching this season of Uthando Nesithembu because there were rumors that Umakwela is with a child again. But it seems like the rumors were not so true, because where's the child? Where's the child? You all lie. Like, you all lie. Makwela is definitely not with any child. Well, not definitely, but we have not seen any. We have not seen any. I need all Makhumalo's fans to take a front seat because I'm coming for you in this review. You all have been very disrespectful towards me. Now, Makhumalo's sister said the last pregnancy that Makhumalo had lasted for 5 months. That's impossible. It's very much impossible for an ectopic pregnancy to last 5 months. Now, this is what Google says about ectopic pregnancies. While 95% of ectopic pregnancies occur in the fallopian tube and typically rupture between 6 to 16 weeks, they generally do not last 5 months. Now, Makhumalo told us in season 1, episode 8, go rewatch that episode, that her last pregnancy ended due to ectopic pregnancy. Her sister comes here and says her last pregnancy lasted 5 months. Impossible. Makhumalo would be dead by now if her ectopic pregnancy lasted 5 months. I'm gonna pull one comment from Twitter again. My case sister said her last pregnancy lasted 5 months. That's impossible. You can never carry an ectopic pregnancy to 5 months as it poses life-threatening risk to the mother. I want to know, how did Maikay carry the baby to 5 months? I'm guessing she wanted to say, how did she carried the ectopic pregnancy to 5 months? Because that is impossible. I honestly have a friend who died from ectopic pregnancy, and her pregnancy was very early. Before 12 weeks, she passed away because probably the doctors couldn't detect it early, and maybe she didn't have a doctor to go, money to go to a doctor early so that they would diagnose her with ectopic pregnancy and they get rid of the pregnancy. And you all want to come here, tell me that Makhumalo carried a baby to 5 months outside the womb while it was an ectopic pregnancy? Please. The only way that Makhumalo would have been able to carry the pregnancy to 5 months is as if the baby was formed in the womb. If the baby was formed in the womb, yes. Which then means Macele did not lie. Probably Uthobile and Umusa tried to do IVF secretly, and unfortunately it was not a success. Now, this brings me to point number 2. Point number 2, Makhumalo's sister told us that Uthobile does have a child. Unfortunately, the child passed away. Right? This is what her sister told us, not herself. She's the one who brought her fertility issues to us. Yet she forgot to mention that she had a child that passed away. Please, ma'am, please. 2, Makhumalo was out here visiting Masaule's grave. Like, she can go to the graveyard of Masaule, but she can't go to her babies. She have never visited her baby to the grave. Well, at least in the show, because she's the one who brought her fertility issues to us. And all along, we're under the impression that she has never carried a baby to full term. And now we know that Makhumalo has carried a baby to full term. Unfortunately, the baby didn't live long. The baby passed away. Yet she has never visited her baby's grave. Yet she has all the time to visit Masaule's grave. I guess that you all love Maikay, and to your eyes, she is an angel. Like, she is an angel that was dropped from the sky. But no. Makhumalo has flaws, just like the rest of the wives. Just like Macele. If you all coming for Macele that she's mean, she's rude, she's this, she's that, Makhumalo is no saint either. She brought the fertility storyline to us. And she was very smart and calculative about it. She knew that most women will relate. Most women will sympathize with her situation, and she weaponize it. And now, when we call her out, we are dumb, we are stupid, we are this. Sis told us a story that have loopholes. Her story have loopholes. We want to know more. She brought the story to us. Well, I'm sorry, I want to know because she brought the storyline. It's not like I went to her asking for the storyline. No, she brought it to us. And now she's coming here delivering a storyline that have loopholes. And she's relying to her sister to come and tell us that she have a child that passed away. MKO, from season 1, you should have said that, you know what? I started experiencing fertility issues after I have carried my first baby to full term. Unfortunately, I lost that baby. Tell us the full story. Why are you giving us a story that have loopholes? Why? Now we are going to Mangwabe's story. Mangwabe, we're going to see her tonight having a dinner with Mthombeni. I'm guessing they are still resolving their issues. Mangwabe says, listen, you buying me a car does not mean love, because really, what's the point of you buying me a car if you're going to come back and abuse me emotionally? She does that. She thinks all of them have been abused emotionally, but also she's like, you know what? It's not right to speak for other people. She therefore speaks for herself and says, well, at least I have experienced emotional abuse through you, of which I 100% agree, because Musa have this tendency of doing something for his wives and now just kind of repeating it. Oh, Pela, I did this for you. Of lately, he bought them houses, but let me tell you, every time on his diary section, he repeats how much he has bought them houses, and they are ungrateful about houses, and they still don't want to allow him to do his will, which is to take wife number 5. And I will say this, that if there is one wife that I do respect in the Mseleko household, it is Mangwabe. Mangwabe from day one has maintained that she does not want number 5. She does not want to have any relationship with number 5. She does not get involved in anything that has to do with wife number 5. And I stand with her. And she never really was sad about a person, because Makhumalo's issue is totally different. She is sad that the candidate that was nominated to be wife number 5, it is Samke. What else? Umangwabe couldn't care less who is the candidate. Okay, she was like, as long as there is wife number 5 in the picture, this means me, Mangwabe, I'm out. Well, I'm guessing she said that she decided to stay because she has some enemies that wanted to see her out, and she's like, Auntie, wo. And that's a part of the reason that made her to stay. Honestly, Mangwabe is one of the most realist wife that honestly, personally, I feel like anything that has to do with Mangwabe, I would like to defend, even though she lied to us for so many seasons and said she will leave Umusa, but she's still here. So, go tricky. Like, I am so bored by Lwandle's storyline on Uthando Nesithembu. Don't they have Izingane to share this story with? Like, oh, Sana, like, I'm so bored. Why is Lwandle's storyline featured on Uthando Nesithembu and not on Izingane Nesithembu? So, yeah, allegedly, Lwandle has impregnated someone and Umacele is asking for a DNA, which, honestly, personally, I don't think is insultive to ask for a DNA, okay? As long as the deliverance is right. Like, innocent still proven guilty. If someone comes and say, listen, I'm pregnant or I'm impregnated by you, You therefore says, listen, I'm going to support you throughout the pregnancy until I have a DNA results to prove otherwise, to prove that I should stop supporting you. But so far, since you are claiming that the baby is mine, I will walk this journey with you and I will support you. That's not an insult at all, okay? People just nowadays, I really do think that all men out there should just ask for, you just want to be sure that you will be raising the baby that is yours. But now I want to get into Macele really pressing this matter of a DNA. This makes me to suspect that something might have happened within them Selegu that really, really, really presses them to want a DNA done. It means hey, let me shush before I get sued. But yeah, something very, very, very fishy within them Selegus is happening, because yeah, they ain't playing when it comes to DNA. Again, I don't feel like DNA is an insult, especially in this case that is being asked by Macele Tulwandle's girlfriend. As long as Macele's deliverance is fine, is right, is proper, that listen, girl, we're gonna take your word right now and support you, but still we will want evidence, innocent till proven guilty kinda applies. So yeah, but I do feel like the storyline should have been on Izingane Zesithembu. I don't know what is this storyline doing on Uthando Nesithembu. I'm bored, Gesana. Hi guys, I come with good news for Uthando Nesithembu. Uthando Nesithembu season 9 of Mzansi Magic reality TV show about Musa and his wives has been extended with 4 additional episodes. This means the current season of Uthando Nesithembu will air its final episode on the 14th of May. Now, remember that last week, Umacele came and told us that Uthobile have a child, and we were left shocked as the viewers of Uthando Nesithembu, because we did not know this information about Umakei. Now, this week, we are going to see Umusa talking to Umakei's sister. Makei's sister will say that Makhumalo has been pregnant several times, right? And she will also say, Umakhumalo unayo ingane. Sana. Like, I honestly, I refuse to believe that she meant Umpilo. I refuse to believe that she meant Umpilo, because I'm like, Makhumalo have a child that we don't know about. Like, I want the storyline. So I don't understand why people came for Umacele when Umacele exposed that Umakhumalo does have a child. Now look, her sister is confirming it. Now one user on Twitter wrote, Thobile also brought a conversation that she had with Umacele in confidential off camera. So now, why is it wrong for Umacele to tell us Thobile's files? You all have double standards. Honestly, I agree with what this user wrote here, because I know and I understand that most people will be okay with Makhumalo's sister coming with all these files, telling us that Thobile has been pregnant multiple times, telling us that Thobile does have a child. But when it was Macele, it was wrong and totally unacceptable. For me, I think it has been confirmed since the sister has said Makhumalo have a child. Also, why is she saying that Makhumalo has been pregnant several times? Because we were under the impression, well, at least I was under the impression that Makhumalo has only been pregnant twice. The first pregnancy led to ectopic pregnancy, and the second pregnancy led to ectopic pregnancy, which caused the doctors to cut both her fallopian tubes. So therefore, she have difficulties conceiving naturally because she does not have tubes that transports the egg to the womb, right? Those were the assumptions that I was under. Now, her sister comes and says, listen, Makhumalo has been pregnant several times. I want to know how many times has Makhumalo been pregnant, and I want to know the other pregnancies ended because of what. Like, I really want to know why the other pregnancies ended, because honestly, Makhumalo came to us and portrayed herself as if she has only been pregnant twice, and both her pregnancies ended because of ectopic pregnancy. And now it looks like, no, that's not the truth, and if Makhumalo has been lying to us, honestly, I'm gonna be mad. I am so sorry, but I am gonna be mad, because I'm gonna be like, ma'am, do you understand that we have been sympathetic towards you, right? Now, her sister also says that Makhumalo does have a child. Makhumalo does have a child. And honestly, I do not think that she means Umpilo. I do not think that she means Umpilo. So if Makhumalo has been hiding a whole human being,